Here's the truth. The global economy is crashing and we're on the brink of a colossal financial crisis. And if you're poor right now, you're going to be struggling more than ever. And it's as simple as that. If we follow the trends from the last major recession of 2017, the rich got richer and the poor got poorer, apart from a couple of outliers. These outliers came from a working class background and they saw an opportunity that's going to disappear very quickly. So if you want to completely change your life in the next 6 months, 2 years, or even 5 years, then you need to take action quickly because you're going to miss this. It's no secret that a recession is around the corner. Everybody is already acting hysterical, and I'm not here to fuel that in this video. I'm here to provide you with a solution. Because you can sit there and predict and speculate and moan about how the world is changing around you and how you're living from paycheck to paycheck, or you can actually do something about it. So for those of you that are still here and want to take action during this recession so you don't end up drowning in debt or broke by the end of it, listen up, because this video might just change your life. At the moment, we are facing extremely high levels of inflation. The government says this is at 8.5%, but in all honesty, I think it's much higher than that. On top of this, Putin invaded Ukraine, which has put a squeeze on certain global supply chains. Now, this has had an effect on commodities like oil, which is why it's so expensive to fill up your car right now. All of this is causing you to have less money, which is becoming less and less valuable by the second. Yeah. The money in your bank is losing its value. So that thing our parents tell us about saving as much money as we can is because if you want to get rich, sure, don't waste your money on worthless but don't spend your time trying to save a few pennies here or there. Spend your time trying to make more. Sure, you can put your cash in investments, but it doesn't matter where you put your money at the moment, if it's stocks, cryptocurrency, or even real estate, because you're likely to continue losing in the short term. Now, the good news is history has shown us time and time again that the stock market recovers after a decline, and the investors that have stayed in the market for the longest end up making the most from their investments. You've probably already heard the term buying low is where the real money is made. But what about if you don't have any money right now to actually buy assets? What about if you don't have cash to buy stocks, shares, cryptocurrency, or real estate? What do you do then? Everyone's shouting about investments right now, and sure, that's great advice. I'll be doing the exact same myself. I'm stacking heavy capital right now to buy up assets at a massively discounted price. But that doesn't help the majority of people who haven't even got the capital to put into investments in the first place. All of you will need a large amount of cash to really see the life-changing returns. Returns that might take years to materialize. So what do you do if you're struggling for cash right now? What are your options? Now, job security is where most people gravitate to. We need to keep a stable income for our household at any one time. But we all know that jobs are unstable when it comes to a recession because businesses will put themselves first. And if they need to cut costs, those costs will come in the form of redundancies. And so your job really isn't secure right now. And so you need to have a backup plan, or at least be working on something right now in case that happens to you. And so in my opinion, if you don't have cash right now and you want to be financially better off after the recession, you want to take advantage of the asset buying opportunities that will be in front of us and potentially create life-changing wealth from this recession. The only thing that you should be spending the majority of your free time doing right now is building a business on the side so you can have more capital. I'm so grateful for the position I'm in to have multiple companies with high profit margins that will act as a capital pool for the investments that I'm going to make in the upcoming recession. They'll create generational wealth from the investments that I will make. But I earned the position that I'm in today. I started my company through watching videos on YouTube just like this one. And the only thing I did differently from everybody else is I took relentless action. I sacrificed so much in those initial stages. I stuck to my targets and I didn't deviate with other shiny objects like the majority of people do. And so I'm telling you, this will not be easy. But if you want to be better off financially at the end of this recession, you need to be prepared to do what others won't so you can have what others can't. This stuff gets me fired up, guys. There's opportunity in front of us, life-changing opportunity, and I want all of you as my subscribers to benefit from this. Stop watching videos and not implementing them. Start taking action on the stuff that you learn. I have so many free resources on this channel that will help you start an online business today. And in fact, let's dive into some of that right now, because I think it's really important that you don't just start any company during a recession or right now before it. I think it's important that you tactically start a company that's going to benefit you, not a company that you need to invest loads of money into. What you don't want to do right now is start a cash upfront, profit later business, something like Amazon FBA or e-commerce or dropshipping, something that requires a lot of money. You want to steer clear of any business model like that right now. What you want to focus your time on instead is a profit now business that requires little to no capital up front and gets you returns as quickly as possible, because we simply do not have a lot of time right now. And I'm not talking about a get rich quick scheme, because they do not exist, but there are business models out there that reward you up front. And call me biased, but I genuinely believe that the best business model for anybody to start with no experience right now is an agency, or a digital marketing agency, or an SMMA, whatever you want to call it, which is the business that I started myself 4 years ago. It's a business model that requires one person, which is you, going to somebody else, which is a business owner, offering a service like web design, paid ads, social media management. Whatever the service does, it has to help them increase their revenue. Therefore, it's a valuable service that this business owner will pay every single month. Now, I started off reaching out to local businesses, restaurants, gyms, dentists, and I offered them Facebook ads as a service I didn't even understand before I signed my first client. But these companies paid me thousands every single month to fulfill this service, and in return, I generated them tens of thousands in return on investment. And as I said, I didn't understand how to fulfill the service when I first started. And there are so many places out there, like YouTube, like online courses, that you can learn these skills for very little money up front. My YouTube channel is basically an encyclopedia for agency owners. You can watch my content today, take action on it, and sign your first client within the next week or two. Or if you want to take the elevator and learn the complete A to Z, you can look at the Affluent Academy, I'm Done With You mentorship program. And I'm not here to pitch you right now. I don't even care if you start an agency. If there's another business model, a profit now business that you've got in your mind right now, just go ahead and take action with it. Stop spending your spare time watching Netflix, Disney Plus, or Amazon Prime, and start using that time to start a company of your own. It doesn't matter what company you start, but you need to get cash in your bank if you want to be financially better off at the end of this recession. And I know I'm being shouty with you guys right now, but I'm talking purely from passion. I don't want to offend any of you, but I've gone through this myself, and I want you all to win. The biggest mistake that you will make in this recession is not spending your spare time on working on a business, on working on a profit now business that rewards you upfront so you can have cash flow to pump into assets when they are at a massive discount. Now, I want to leave you with one final piece of advice, and this is how I scaled my own agency from $0 to $10,000 a month in only 3 months. Follow a business model, set daily targets that you can stick to, realistic targets that you can follow every single day. Write them down on a post-it note, put them on your laptop, put them on your desk, somewhere that you see them every day so they're ingrained in your being and ingrained in your routine. Follow them every single day and get obsessed with making those small progressions every day, and you will be successful. The number one reason that the majority of people fail in business is because they fail with consistency in the initial stages. So set those targets like I did, and you will succeed. Guys, do not make the mistake of finishing this video and being distracted and going back to your normal life. Make the conscious effort to shift your focus on making as much capital as you can right now. It's easy for you to watch this opportunity slip. Do what others won't so you can have what others can't, and take advantage of this opportunity, because it might not come around for a very long time again.